1. Which adult learning principle is most important when teaching website design concepts? Emphasizing memorization of HTML tags. B. Connecting design principles to real-world web projects. C. Limiting practice exercises. D. Focusing solely on theoretical frameworks. 2. When evaluating a learner's ability to create responsive layouts, which method is most effective? A. Multiple choice quizzes only. B. Hands-on design assignments with different devices. C. Attendance records. D. Peer discussion only. 3. A curriculum for website design should primarily focus on A. Advanced programming languages only. B. Core design principles, usability, and accessibility. C. Marketing theory. D. Graphic design theory alone. 4. Which communication strategy best helps learners understand user experience, UX principles? A. Using technical jargon without context. B. Visual examples with step-by-step explanations. C. Reading slides verbatim. D. Rapid lecture delivery. 5. Which regulatory consideration is most relevant in website design? A. HIPAA. B. Accessibility compliance. C. EPA regulations. D. OSHA standards. 6. When mentoring a junior web designer, which approach best promotes skill development? A. Assigning complex tasks immediately. B. Gradual exposure with guided feedback. C. Restricting tool access. D. Focusing only on coding syntax. 7. Which assessment best measures a learner's proficiency in CSS styling? Syntax. B. Creating styled web pages with real content. C. True-false questions. D. Attendance tracking. 8. Effective curriculum development should begin with A. Choosing software tools. B. Identifying learning objectives and core competencies. C. Scheduling deadlines. D. Instructor preference. 9. Which communication skill is critical when explaining website design concepts to clients? A. Technical dominance. B. Active listening and clarification. C. Rapid speaking. D. Avoiding feedback. 10. Which documentation practice best supports project continuity in website design? A. Personal notes. B. Standardized project documentation and version control. C. Verbal handoffs. D. Screenshots only. 11. Adult learners benefit most from website design instruction that A. Focuses on memorization. B. Includes real-world project simulations. C. Provides lectures only. D. Limits interaction. 12. Which evaluation method best assesses understanding of responsive frameworks? A. Matching terms. B. Designing layouts that adapt to multiple screen sizes. C. Oral questioning. D. Attendance tracking. 13. A learner consistently misaligns elements in layouts. What is the most effective mentoring response? A. Public criticism. B. Demonstrating correct alignment with feedback. C. Ignoring the issue. D. Reassigning tasks. 14. When designing assessments, which factor is essential? A. Test length. B. Alignment with real web development tasks. C. Complexity of language alone. D. Frequency of quizzes. 15. Which instructional strategy best maintains learner engagement in website design? A. Extended lectures. B. Hands-on projects with incremental challenges. C. Reading design theory. D. Independent note-taking only. 16. Which concept should be mastered first by website design learners? A. Advanced JavaScript frameworks. B. HTML structure, CSS, and basic UX principles. C. Server-side optimization. D. Cloud hosting. 17. Effective feedback should be A. Delayed and general. B. Immediate, specific, and actionable. C. Comparative among peers. D. Limited to final grading. 18. Which activity reinforces website accessibility principles? A. Reading WCAG documentation only. B. Designing accessible web pages and testing with assistive tools. C. Watching tutorial videos. D. Memorizing terminology. 19. Formative assessment in website design serves to A. Rank learners. B. Identify gaps during learning. C. Replace summative assessment. D. Certify expertise. 20. Which mentoring behavior promotes best practices in design and coding? A. Demonstrating standards and reviewing projects. B. Allowing shortcuts to save time. C. Ignoring errors. D. Prioritizing speed over quality. 21. Which curriculum component ensures relevance to certification or industry standards? A. Optional enrichment topics. B. Mapping objectives to industry competencies and skills. C. Instructor preferences. D. Learner-selected topics only. 22. During technical explanations, which communication method reduces misunderstandings? A. One-way lectures. B. Encouraging questions and live demonstrations. C. Rapid delivery. D. Written guides only. 23. Which evaluation method best measures problem solving in design challenges? A. True-false quizzes. B. Project-based tasks with iterative feedback. C. Attendance records. D. Peer discussion. 24. Adult learners are motivated when course content A. is mandatory. B. addresses real design problems and client scenarios. C. focuses only on theory. D. minimizes interaction. 25. Continuous improvement in web design curriculum is best supported by A. Annual updates only. B. Regular feedback and review of learner outcomes. C. Static content. D. Informal discussions. 26. Which mentoring technique supports skill transfer effectively? A. Observation only. B. Demonstration followed by guided hands-on practice. C. Independent experimentation without guidance. D. Written instructions only. 27. Which compliance requirement is critical in professional web design? A. Accessibility HAG and privacy standards. B. Workplace attendance. C. OSHA safety signage. D. EPA environmental regulations. 28. Effective curriculum sequencing should A. Start with advanced topics. B. Progress from foundational HTML CSS to interactive design. C. Randomized topics. D. Focus only on exam preparation. 29. Which assessment best evaluates communication skills in design projects? A. Written code only. B. Presenting design proposals to clients or peers. C. Multiple choice tests. D. Attendance. 30. Which adult learning strategy supports long-term retention of design skills? A. Cramming. B. Repeated application in projects and real scenarios. C. Single exposure. D. Memorization without context. 31. Which factor builds trust in a web design mentor? A. Authority only. B. Expertise, consistency, and constructive feedback. C. Strict discipline. D. Formal distance. 32. Which documentation is essential after major design revisions? Informal notes. B. Version-controlled project documentation. C. Verbal updates only. D. Screenshots only. 33. Which outcome indicates readiness for professional web design practice? A. Course completion. B. Consistent, successful project creation and problem solving. C. High attendance. D. Peer approval. 34. Which adult learning strategy best supports mastery of advanced JavaScript features in web design? A. Memorizing syntax tables. B. Building interactive projects with guided practice. C. Watching tutorial videos only. D. Reading documentation without coding. 35. When evaluating a learner's ability to optimize website performance, which method is most effective? A. Multiple choice tests on theoretical concepts. B. Analyzing page speed metrics and implementing improvements. C. Attendance tracking. D. Peer discussion only. 36. Which curriculum design choice best prepares learners for cross-browser compatibility issues? A. Focusing only on one browser. B. Including testing and debugging across multiple browsers. C. Memorizing browser-specific quirks. D. Ignoring older browser versions. 37. During mentoring, how should an instructor address repeated accessibility oversights in a learner's project? A. Publicly correcting mistakes. B. Reviewing the issues privately and demonstrating accessible design solutions. C. Ignoring minor issues. D. Assigning unrelated coding tasks. 38. Which evaluation method best measures a learner's ability to implement secure coding practices in web design? A. True-false quizzes on security concepts. B. Hands-on tasks that apply security measures to projects. C. Attendance tracking. D. Peer discussion only. 39. Which practice best supports version control and collaboration in team web design projects? A. Using personal local files only. B. Implementing Git or another version control system with proper commit practices. C. Sending code via email without tracking changes. D. Avoiding documentation of code changes. 40. Which outcome best indicates a learner's readiness to manage end-to-end website design projects professionally? A. Completion of course modules. B. Consistently delivering functional, responsive, and accessible websites. C. High attendance and participation. D. Peer approval and likes on social media.